Hello, welcome to I'm Angry, Annoyed, and Amused podcast. Here I'm with Mike. Sitting next to me is Phil.
Thank you for having me.
Over there is Johnny.
Yo.
And across the table is the other Mike.
Hello.
So today we are going to, this is from our special guest request. We're going to be talking about cancel culture a little bit. Do you want to get started or you want us to
No, you guys
push
should
on a
get
little
started.
bit? Okay, I just want to give a quick thing on it before you guys can take it down there. I think it's like a very bad negative thing. I do think it's going away very fast. I think it has been, but I think it's like I don't even know 6 months. I don't think it'll even be in people's minds in like another 6 months. I think it just got. I don't know what happened, what really changed, but it was like I don't know. I want to say like 6 years ago, pre-2020. For like 5 years prior to that, it was like real bad. Where like the second anybody said anything, it was like fire him, hang him, whatever. Now it went away. Now I feel like particularly with like the most recent election results, people are just like, whatever, it's all good now. Like that's over. I'm not just gonna, be sad that I said the wrong word or whatever, or be fired and canceled, literally canceled for whatever. But what do you guys think?
Pretty much at every level, it kind of put the fear of God into everyone, individually, corporations, celebrities, and But everyone wants to say, respect your opinion, but nobody wants to respect anyone's opinion. They want people to respect their opinion, or you're out. And you're right. It's just a dangerous culture. It's a dangerous way to think and act, especially in a country like the United States that professes freedom, and we don't have freedom when it comes to that. We can't.
Yeah, like socially, definitely.
Socially,
right?
you can't have freedom.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Keep pushing along.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was saying just go down the table.
Push it along. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
No, I was just wondering.
just trying to think of
general
specific
ideas on
things. I just think it's ridiculous, right? And I think it does take away some freedoms that you have, right? Even just to talk about things, like you can't do it. You're scared to say things because you're worried that someone is gonna so disagree with you, as to not talk to you anymore or do this. It's ridiculous. It's complete insanity, I think. And it's completely opposite of what this country is all about.
I think part of the thing too that when it was big, which again I think it largely has gone away, but when it was big, it was so clear. It's like there was a very obvious. It never really mattered what it was. If people, and by people I mean like the general public at this point, when it was big, was specifically publicly very left leaning. If you're if you're on the left and you're fine, you can get away with any of those cancelable things. You just have to put your what do they say? Put your tail between your legs and kowtow and say, "I'm so sorry, I never should have done that," but you're good. If you're on the right and they find 10 years ago you did this thing, they're like, "See, you're a bad person. Now we're gonna cancel your." Like a great example is because he's still on. I think it was Jimmy Kimmel. I think one of those guys who did the Man Show.
The
when
Man
he
Show,
would
which
have
was
girls
pathetic.
Yeah, completely exploited
cover themselves
women.
in water and jump up and down on
On the
trampolines.
trampolines
And I'm like, wait, he just got a night show, but this guy's got to apologize for like some random joke for 10 years ago.
All of that stuff because he's part of
the thing.
crew.
He just at some point said, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean it," and they're like, whatever. We were never going for you anyway.
Right, exactly.
We were going for these other people, which is what it was really a tool
It was about to
get people to shut up, which is the worst thing about it.
And that's where it became weird to me.
Busy right now.
The way it got weird to me as well, because like you did something whatever in your personal time, and then it affected everything. Right? Like
your whole life.
It shouldn't have affected your job. Like
Again, they like celebrities, comedians, right? Comedians have to live on the edge. They're going back 20 and 25 years because someone said something derogatory, which was acceptable. It was funny. It was comedy.
It's a joke.
And this person now
It's still funny
They
and
can't
comedy.
book.
Yeah.
But people are
Absolutely.
just oversensitive.
But just that they decided now a joke that was said,
comic
accepted,
that-
it was on a special.
Yeah, who
It was all
almost
good.
made the person
and now
famous.
they're like, no, now for
a
that,
comic
they're
that doesn't
canceled
talk
today.
about
No good
race,
anymore.
No way.
gender, and curse is boring as shit.
That's right.
Like, what are you going to
Comedy
like?
has to be on
Yeah.
the edge.
It should
got-
be. It should
It's
be.
got to offend people
you
in
know,
a hilarious way.
This comedian can't get a job. He can't book a job because he said something 25 years ago that was funny. And that's it comes down to destroying people's
Yeah, but and it
livelihoods.
depends on who the comedian is, obviously. But
Always.
also depends
That's
on-
the thing. It really
on
is like
he
who they
insulted.
are.
And
You
which
could
group
definitely-
he insulted.
That too.
Because some groups he can insult.
Right,
and
right.
it
That
doesn't
too.
matter.
You
right?
could have said, even throughout the thickest point of like the cancel culture movement, right, and all that, you could have said Guinea, Dago,
Doesn't
Wop.
affect anybody.
You could have said any Italian, any Irish. You
You're
could have
off
said
the air.
Mick. I could still. I mean, today, right? Like now, generally gone. But you could have always said those, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Look, do I care? No. Like I don't care about those words. You could call me that. I don't. I'm not offended by
Doesn't
it.
bother me.
But are we not like? They're like, well, you guys are Italian,
And the ones
like they can't
preaching-
be. You can't be racist against Italians. I'm like, I don't think it's racist, but that's it's made to be a derogatory
ones
term.
preaching
I'm cool with
about
it.
all
But
this
how are
stuff-
you guys not?
and
Are
trying
using
to
it.
shut you down have the same stuff in their backgrounds. They all
Right.
do.
Yeah.
Everybody's got something in their background. You look at these actors and actresses, what goes on in Hollywood.
Oh, it's
Right?
horrible.
Look at the Diddy parties.
Yeah,
The
it's
Diddy
insane.
party.
It's
I wasn't
insane.
invited to any of them.
And that's all acceptable.
So
I look for
rude.
you- I look
That's
for your
why I
name
never
on the
saw you
list.
there. Diddy's parties are great.
Well, did you look for? I spelled it different. JOHNNNYY.
No, I look for the right spelling.
Sally was on the list. Why wasn't Johnny
Yeah,
there?
Sally. If you saw Sally, I was definitely there.
But they're the same, like you said.
It's
like
wielded
with
like a
Jimmy
weapon.
Kimmel, like
It's a
that's, You
weapon.
know, you say Jimmy Kimmel, what he
Oh,
did.
it's definitely weaponized.
But these other people did things like personally, and none are out preaching.
I
to
just
you.
Yeah.
also saw a
That you
clip
shouldn't be
of
able to say anything
what's
you
the tall guy?
The tall guy.
O'Brien.
the tall guy.
O'Brien.
Yeah.
LeBron James.
No, O'Brien.
Oh, Conan.
Conan O'Brien. I think it was his show, and he had that girl who was in Vampire Diaries,
short
Nina
girl?
Nina something. Very pretty girl. She's dating Shaun White now. She's really.
What do you read? People magazine.
No, it was a clip. It was a it was a clip. But she was on the show, and he was like, I don't know, I might be completely wrong on the host, but they were talking about something, and she told him to stand there, and he stood there, and she took her shoes
I have
off.
seen
Oh,
this.
yeah.
I have seen
And
this.
like
I've seen
she
this.
gets and she puts her like
did some
leg,
yoga move or
yeah,
something.
on his body,
Yeah.
and then he said, and like he was so like. If that was anybody else you're saying now, it would be so bad. It was like, what a pervert, a
Right,
child
exactly.
molester, like, you know? I mean, like, it's crazy.
And people want that. People want it. They, you know, again, it became trendy. It became a culture, and secretly people want that. You have to have that. You have to have banter between people. You know, the big thing years ago was Polish jokes, right? Everybody
Yeah.
made fun of the Polish. You're not Polish, are you?
No.
Okay, everyone made fun of
You
the
know
Polish.
me. You know I'm not Polish.
You're
way
very
you-
androgynous.
well, the way you spell your name,
racially
you know.
speaking.
That's the way I spell my name. Yo, of all the jokes of all of the races in the world, the Polish ones were the dumbest. Why was it always
For
but-
very good reason.
But why was it always that backwards? Everything was a backwards thing with them. It was. I
It
never
was just that
understood.
it was just that Polish people are
it
dumb.
Just
I
became
don't.
popular.
Okay.
That just
Yeah.
that
Became
was that
popular.
brand of
Like I
joke.
remember as a kid, like
Every Irish joke is drunk.
I don't want to say it
Like,
because
there's just
well, that
some
makes sense. I'm
stereotype-
married to an Irish woman. They're all, no, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
I don't know how the
Sorry-
stereotype
sorry,
gets started, but
Sally.
that's all it is.
Same thing with
Put the beer
blondes,
down,
right?
Lynn.
Blondes being dumb, you know. Yeah, it's stereotypes get started and the jokes become about the stereotypes.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
right. Everyone was stereotyped. But it was.
But it was
it's fun.
fine. But it was fine.
It was fun, right? You told your joke to your friend. You teased them, and then
They
teased
said
you
the same thing back.
and it was fun. And then there's a tremendous amount of I think unjustified sensitivity
Yeah.
that we have to you have to live with sometimes. You got to live with it. You know, I wouldn't want to. I like things on the edge. I like things people laughing. It's harmless.
Yeah.
I love
It's totally-
laughing.
It really is harmless. There's a there's a
There's a clear
there's
difference.
a big wide line between being a bully or
Oh, yeah.
Making a
and just
joke.
having banter
Yeah.
between friends.
There is nothing better than a good comedian.
You know what's funny? Specifically, I think when it comes to like comedians, like real comedy during the cancel culture thing, was this, and maybe it was around before, like from a literature perspective. I don't know, but there was this thing that came around during cancel culture, which was you're allowed to punch up, you can't punch down, right? So the idea being, let's say a gay, black, trans person can pretty much insult any other group of people, but a white guy can only make fun of white people. And it's such a weird theory because even saying it now, it's like it's so clearly like there's such a disgusting level of arrogance in assuming you're above people because of this like random hierarchy that some random like liberal professor made. They're like, no, a straight white guy is at the top of this social hierarchy that we've
Yeah.
decided exists, right? And like, sure, you can make the argument, well, they own all, the top 500 companies are all white guys, all this. Fine. Like, whatever the argument is, to say, well, you're a white guy, you cannot joke about black people because you're above them is insane. And that's not like, I didn't make up this metric. You can look it up. This is like a thing that people argue. They're like, no, you cannot punch down. Like, well, punching down, I don't believe any. Like, I wouldn't believe any. And it's more of a comedian thing. But like, how does that even? How can you actually have that thought and not realize that you're just saying, well, you're better than these people, or you see yourself superior? You can't make jokes about people that have it worse off than you. Like, that's nuts. You don't know about any of these people's lives. Like, more so than even the actual argument. That's insane.
But putting people into categories is a big thing, right? I mean,
Right.
that's,
You can grow up white and poor, black and rich, anything in between.
but
But now during this whole thing, it's like, nope, you get that.
Everybody gets categorized.
You get this.
Yeah.
You're just a white guy. Oh, you're straight too? You're a straight white guy. You just lost points.
Yep.
You're straight? Okay, but you're black? Cool. You got some points back. Oh, you're white but gay? All right, we'll live it. You get slotted in here. You can now make jokes about gays.
Why people
Like, I'm like, that's
why
crazy.
If
people
you're
will
white,
never be on
straight,
the
and
same level.
successful,
They'll never
you're
be on the
screwed.
same level.
But that's so, like, that whole push towards, like, the back to, like, segregation-y type things of, like, you have to find a group that you're in, and then what we decide is your treatment is based off the group you're in. It's insane. It's insane, and that was the par for the course.
Don't you think some of the healthiest, one of the healthiest things would be someone who can make fun at themselves and laugh at themselves right before they laugh at anyone else or make fun of anyone
Absolutely.
else. It's to me, it's probably one of the healthiest things. If people, and you know who you are, if people know who you are, you know what you're about. What's the concern that you're gonna hurt someone's feelings? Because when you speak specifically, right? I go back to a comedian. Speaks specifically about a race, right? He's going to do that to everyone. He's going to run the spectrum, right? Because why? He's doing what people like. Even with cancel culture, if you went to a live comedian, they completely ignored it, and they did what they needed to do to bring the crowd in, right? That's what they did. But don't let that get on. Don't let that get on social media, or don't let that get on any kind of broadcast, TV or
you're
anything
done.
like that, because you're done.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Or even like blackface, right? Who was that? Was it Northam? There was two. There was like a big during cancel, like I don't know, 2017. I think it was around right after Trump got in, like his first whatever. There was I want to say it was Northam, but I don't know. Whatever. There was some governor who I believe was a liberal governor who got they found an old yearbook that he was in blackface, and I might be butchering the story, so I'll look it up and we can redact it or whatever. But I'm pretty sure as it went, there was a liberal, Democrat, whatever, guy got caught doing blackface, and he had just been talking like weeks prior about this other guy who did blackface and saying that's disqualifying from like he shouldn't be running for office. He did
Well, that's what I'm
blackface
saying.
in high
Like,
school,
everybody
and
has
then they find
something
he
in
did
their
blackface in high
background.
school. He's like, that's very different. I was respecting the culture. I wasn't making fun of them, and it's like
It makes it different.
yeah, right. Well, but it's really just because of who he was.
It was
that
Governor,
he knows that.
It was Governor Northam,
Thank you.
by the way.
Thank you.
But he
There
apologized.
you go.
But they only let the people apologize who they were already planning on letting off.
Right.
Yeah.
You still have to kowtow. You still gotta, act like you can't just say whatever.
pretend
it's
you're
not a big
sorry,
deal.
all of that stuff.
But they'll let you pretend you're sorry. But if it was a Republican, they go, he's lying. He's a racist.
Right.
This is evidence,
Right.
and that's it. And then that's where the conversation ended.
Didn't some
because there was no cancel culture on the right. It was always drawn or pushed on
Because
by
they
like
categorize
the liberal
people in different
Democratic
things,
left.
and that's where those levels come from.
True,
that
right? You
talk
can't.
about.
Didn't
yeah.
some
You have
sports
to be-
announcer
you have
just
to be
do
in a
white
group.
face?
You can't just be part of the whole collective. You have to be part of a group.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Anyone?
Did white? Well, whiteface is fine.
Yeah, no. But
And it always was. Like Chappelle had like multiple characters on Chappelle's show. And I think they're funny. And I think more like
all funny.
I've never once seen that and been like, he's being a white guy.
The whole
He's a
world-
black guy.
The whole
What?
world has to
Like,
be
how
like
insane is
like
that?
an audience at a comedy show. You never see a white guy, a Chinese guy, a black guy get offended. They all laugh because they know not that it's true, just the way that society makes it seem, and they laugh at it.
Yeah.
You know, I love Matt Rife. I think he's hilarious.
he's
The way he picks on.
They tried to cancel him for a
yeah,
minute.
they did. And the
And
way
it was
he
not
does
even that
it,
bad of a joke.
and that guy goes, "There, you're not safe." Like the girls in the wheelchair, like
Yeah.
that, and like the girl in the wheelchair laughs. Like you need that because everybody understands it's a
Yeah, also,
joke.
everybody wants to be treated like a normal
Yeah,
person.
like, don't
when
pick
you're all
on
of a
me.
sudden the guy who can't get picked on.
It's
that
because I
feels
have
just as
something
bad.
wrong, right?
Yeah,
Like,
but
that
they-
feels
something wrong.
awful to be like, no, we can't make fun of him.
They've
Yeah.
ingrained such a high level of sensitivity into people now. I mean, even to the point where, like, I was watching a thing today, was these people say they're not going to Thanksgiving dinner with their family if their family
Yeah.
voted for Trump.
Oh
Because
yeah, I've
they-
heard
That's
of
a
that.
that's like a whole movement.
Yeah, because they don't want to they don't want it brought up. They don't want to talk about it because they're so
Just don't talk
freaking
about it.
Hurt by this, they're so sensitive to everything.
That's Sunny
said and
Houston
done.
or
It's
Houston,
oh
whatever
my
her name
God,
is.
yeah,
She's
yeah.
bad.
Well, and it goes back to how the media influence things. You if you watch enough, and if you need to, people need something to believe in, and if you listen to the media, and the media is going to convince you that the world will come to an end if Donald Trump becomes president, right? That's what they basically were trying to tell everyone, that this would be the end of the world. How people emotionally react is beyond me. And they put it on social media. So then I go like this: are they doing it? Why are you really doing it? Are you really just trying to vent, or you think that if you do what people believe you should be doing, you're going to get hits, you're going to get subs? So once again, it's just for personal gain. It's not. There's no
But I
way
think
in the
there
world
are
anyone is that
individuals.
upset.
I think you might be wrong
people
there.
that are upset.
I get what you're saying. I think you might be wrong there.
There's
I think there
definitely
are a lot of people who
Look what
actually,
happened
as an
when-
individual, are like the world's going to end.
Look what happened
They
when
were
Hillary
they were
lost.
convinced
But they
by
use
the
social
media.
as an outlet.
Yeah,
Like they go
I
on
think
there-
so.
They go on, social media, on channel, YouTube, whatever it may be, Instagram, and they're literally on TV, on TV, but they're literally crying. And but who are you?
I think they're
venting
real
to?
people. Oh, I don't
You
know
believe
that.
it?
I think they're real
Well,
people.
That's a shame.
I think
I mean,
I
that's
think they're
sad.
doing. I think that's a very there's a new form of social media has changed the way people deal with relationships in a lot of ways. And I think some people see their following as kind of what you're saying is it all just how they feel, or is it I'm gonna cry and because I cry I get likes? But they sort of bleed into each other and they become one thing at some point. At some point you're not making yourself cry because it'll get likes. You're just crying because
that's what you do.
that's what you do.
Because
Like
that's
it,
what
it
you do.
becomes
When,
the.
when you,
It's
when,
you.
when
What I mean?
you
I
have
don't
an
think they're-
emotion, you want to go on social
You don't
media.
That's how you
and
feel
let everybody
validated in
know-
the
Yeah.
emotion.
You don't go to your
That's,
best friend.
Not
People are
anymore.
different. That's
you
why
don't
I think
commiserate.
people are
You don't
different now.
commiserate with your best friend. You
No.
go
No,
by
nowadays-
yourself in your car on social
your
media.
best
No.
friend is
I,
social
It's
media.
I
social
think,
media,
I think that's
exactly.
the
A
same.
lot of these
People-
people don't have friends.
Yeah,
bro.
that
And
too.
most of these
Especially a
people,
lot of those.
most
Yeah.
people on social media are looking for the masses to get behind them.
They want
so
the
they
validation.
can feel validated.
A person
right.
will always
Right.
agree. I could
Yeah.
definitely call my two
they
best
must get
friends, and
tons
they'll
of
agree on
sympathy.
anything I do.
Right.
If I seemed upset about it. Not everything. You know what I mean? No. Like if I was crying about something, their initial reaction. Well, maybe not. I have guy friends. They could probably.
No, but
call
they're
me a bitch,
supportive.
but you know what I mean.
You're saying.
They're supportive.
Yeah.
Generally,
But
friends are,
social
but
media
they
is
want
a way of
1,000 people to do it.
getting your
It feels
feelings
better
out.
to have
Yeah.
500.
Right,
You can
right.
go to a friend and cry, and they'll say, "I'm sorry," that stinks. But when they do it on social media, all these people are like, "You're so strong,
Right.
You're so
So,
powerful."
right, so if you
know,
have
and
three
so that
friends,
feels good, but
you
the
only gonna have
emotion
three
was
friends
there.
that accept what you're doing. But if you go on social media, you can have
It's a
thousands.
thousand.
Well, yeah, because
And they're
you're
more-
gonna
and they're
have,
more
yeah,
like-
you're gonna have 1,000 disagree, but you're gonna have 1,000 that agree, and that makes you feel great.
Yeah,
You
and there's
know?
also there's something to be said for when it's somebody who you don't really know, when it is just a follower.
Exactly.
Like there's a thing,
I just want 2 followers.
or just
You got
like
me.
Hello.
I mean,
You guys got me.
I don't know. Anytime, if somebody compliments
Well,
you,
you're the guest.
if your friend or somebody or your wife compliments you all the time,
Yeah, it doesn't.
it always feels good,
Right, but it's-
then when it's a random person just says, "Oh, nice shirt," you're like, "Oh, it must be a
You're
nice
happy,
shirt,"
right,
because
yeah.
Right, 'cause you
everybody
feel-
else is supposed to.
you feel like your wife's
But
gonna
the random
do it.
500 people who like it on Instagram, you're like, they didn't have to do that.
didn't have
My
to.
friend had to support me crying.
if
These
someone
people
ever-
just believe in me or believe
Listen,
that
for
this is real.
Well, just
To
to
my opinion, everyone that's on Instagram, there's 10 that aren't on Instagram that feel the same way.
No.
That's true too.
I think there
So
are,
every
there are
person
people
crying
who are
is people who
truly-
are just
just
depressed.
that, just to go
who-
back
who are
on your
truly
comment
feeling
about
that,
a stranger telling you nice shirt.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone ever says to me nice shirt, I go, "Who told you to say that? Who told you to say it?" And nobody told me I have a nice shirt.
You get the point though. It would be from a random person.
Yeah.
There's a bit
Yeah,
more
I guess
of
you feel like you
that.
broke through. Like,
Some
like
people
somebody-
are
you
for
broke
a
through because
random
someone that
person was
doesn't know
like, "That
you
nice
agreed with you."
outfit."
Yeah, it makes sense.
My
But I-
girlfriend,
but
I'm
I
sure
think-
she'd say nice outfit,
Right.
just because she's like, "Get out of the house," like nice outfit. A
come on,
random
let's go.
person's like, "That's a really nice outfit." Be like, "Oh, they meant it,"
But
just
there's
because they
still a
didn't
lot of
have to
people
say
out
it.
there that are sensitized to everything, and it's like they are sad, and they're not on social media telling you they're sad, but they're sad.
Yeah.
Because of what happened, because they lost the election or whatever. So the ones that you hear, and that's because they're on social media doing it, right? And maybe they're looking for likes or not or whatever. Sometimes they want to hear the opposite side because that powers them up too.
That too.
They like people to be against them, but I just think
No,
that
they like
there's
confrontation.
definitely people out there, and it goes both ways. I mean, if Trump would have lost, there would have been a lot of
Well,
depressed people.
I mean, some like people
It's on the
put
table.
the way to put that is you go like this: on the day after the election, you wake up and you still have to go to work, right? Your
Nothing
life
changed.
didn't change that
Nothing
drastically.
changes.
Yeah.
You know, and,
And like
that's kind of
barring
what you
World
have
War
to
III,
accept.
nothing really will.
If my candidate,
Not overnight.
If my candidate didn't win, right, in an election, you still have to take care of yourself individually. You have to.
You still have a job.
Yeah, you
Still
have to do
family.
whatever.
He disagrees. He'd be crying still.
What? No, I wouldn't be crying.
Oh, you good? They were having a separate conversation.
No.
I'd be living in a different country.
Well, have you guys been
No,
seeing
Johnny
apparently a
keeps
lot of?
fiddling around. You don't hear his microphone?
Yeah, he always
He's
does that.
moving it up and
Yeah,
down.
Constantly,
He's
constantly.
cracking,
He's
He's got
cracking.
ADD or whatever, or all of them. I don't know.
He's got all, he's
I
got
got-
all the letters.
I got all
Yeah.
the
He's
letters.
got all the letters.
A through Z.
You say he has ADD?
ADHD, ADD.
Right?
I have it all.
Yeah, right.
Every letter I have.
Are you offended?
No, not at all.
We'll have
I'm
to
just.
put a-
I'm glad that people
See if you
notice
can
it.
edit a black X in front of Michael so you can't see him. You're canceled out.
We'll blur my face. Put the disguise voice on when we figure it out. Where did we land on this? Where were we at?
We're not very far.
It's,
in.
looks like we're still watching the Ranger
We're only
game.
at like 15. I mean, I started a little late, so we might be at around 20.
You got 15 more minutes to kill me.
You started 8 minutes late.
Does
No.
does it say on there?
No, he's
No,
been,
it's
he's
the
been
whole thing.
running
Stopped already
total.
started.
He doesn't. He keeps pausing it.
That's
It's
all
gonna
we
mess
ever
up
do.
your thing. No,
We don't do that.
it's gonna mess up the.
We don't do that.
No,
We completely stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
Pretty sure.
Why
that's
didn't
a
you say
problem.
something after the first
I didn't
one?
realize until I realized it was 145 minutes.
I thought they've always
You're
said
gonna,
hour and
that.
you're gonna be
45
looking at YouTube videos again.
No, I just have to know
figure
where
out how
we-
to cut it,
I,
yeah.
I just have to put the sound in individually first and cut it.
Yeah, it'll be
this-
fine. You'll be all right.
Is this do
Have
the
Matt
editing
do it.
too?
Is this what?
This does the editing too?
No, this does the editing.
This is good for our viewers. They need this is behind the scenes right
Yeah,
now.
behind the scenes, you can see how I silently suffer to give you this
we
great
should record
content.
everything behind the scenes.
How
because
come your mic is the
We
loudest?
talk
Johnny?
more
I don't
before
know.
Because
He
I
sits
talk-
closest to it.
I
He's like
talk
this.
right into it.
Yeah.
he puts his mouth
He's
right
kinda
I
on
don't.
top
I
of
don't
it.
play.
I don't think it's that
That
kind of
guy.
mic.
No, I just.
I'm doing it because he told me to, but I'm watching the levels. It's just not that kind
No,
of
get closer.
We finally
can tell.
broke
Get
him out
closer.
of using his
I am
broadcaster.
No.
voice.
to the mic.
Look how much further you are from your mic.
I'm right here.
Look at my mic. I'm touching it with my mouth.
Yeah, but yours is going way up.
No.
That's Phil's
Unsanitary.
point.
It's
But I
unsanitary.
also-
Check one,
oh,
two.
cancel
check
him.
1, 2.
I also have a very
You're
powerful
canceled.
voice.
Oh yeah, you do. I can hear you coming from a mile away.
Yeah, see? I have a very powerful. And don't forget, as other Mike says, I put on my radio voice.
He does
He
do
uses
that.
the radio.
Yeah, he does.
Put on my radio voice.
I
So
know.
weird.
Because when he
is
called me
weird.
with that squeaky voice, I didn't recognize him.
I have to go, hey, Philip. Then he's like, oh, Johnny,
this is Johnny.
from the podcast.
JONNIE.
The real one.
Anyway, cancel culture sucks. I think it's going away.
Thankfully, hopefully it never comes back.
No, it shouldn't. It ruins people's lives.
We should get all the people that lost their jobs. They should get their jobs
That won't
back.
all fit here.
Not
I
here.
don't
You
know
got a
where
big
were going
yard.
with that.
They're all
You know who
right
also
there.
did blackface? I'm pretty sure. Trudeau,
he did.
the prime minister.
Yeah, I
of
think he did.
Canada.
Really?
Canada?
Yeah, and he's like the biggest. He's like, I will jail you if you say anything.
You know
And
there
he
are-
did blackface. I'm like, hang yourself then.
You know, there
You know
are
what I mean?
some-
Be a man.
some
Believe all
people-
the things you say you believe, and hang yourself.
That's
you know,
messed up.
There
like
are-
he's a liar. I
There
hate
are
that.
people in states right now in the Northeast that are talking about seceding and becoming a part of Canada.
What state?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
States can't do
What
that.
state? Good luck.
I don't know, like New Hampshire. I got to look it up. I
Oh,
just
get out
heard
of here.
it- I just
Becoming
heard it
part of
yesterday.
Canada.
They want to become part of
Oh,
Canada.
that makes me sick.
Imagine
I don't have anything against like Canadians,
Isn't Canada
but for
worse?
some reason, Canada seems like the wimpiest, wackest country ever.
barely, like,
I'd
for
rather
that
move.
land-
Now
I bet you don't have any attackums.
I would rather move anywhere else in the
or
world.
Rock'em Sock'em
We just
Robots.
lost
Anywhere else in the world
all
than
the
Canada.
Canadian followers.
I don't care.
Yes.
Honestly,
All of
look, fine,
No,
whatever.
we love-
all the
Hate
Canadians.
me. I don't care.
What
Yeah,
are
we
gonna
got a
do
ton.
now?
I don't care. It's a like I don't know what it is.
I love you, Canada.
It seems so lame to me.
Thank you for hockey.
It's us. It's,
And
our,
Nelson
it's our
Golden.
hat. Like it's a U.S.'s hat. What do they do? What do they do in Canada?
what are you talking about? They're so cool. First of
no,
all,
it's not.
First
They
of all,
might have a cool city.
they're,
Get out of here.
they're Canadian. They use the English money and they speak
I
French.
hate the way they
How
talk.
cool is that?
I hate the way they talk.
They're so confused.
A,
Hey,
get at it. It's such
I
a.
you hate the way they talk.
I
eh?
like hockey. And so far as they can claim some of that, sure.
No, they use better
guess.
words for things. What? They're French fries with
Then we get some good comedians. from them,
Poutine is disgusting.
No, that's
No, it's not.
No, it's
Mike
French
Myers-
fries with cheese
Mike
Myers
and
is
gravy.
Canadian.
Mike Myers is
Bro,
Canadian.
we have disco fries.
Disco
It's
fries.
like the same thing, and it's just soggy fries.
It's such a stupid name, disco fries.
Mike,
That's more fun than poutine.
No,
What is that?
poutine sounds cool.
No,
Yo,
but didn't
I'll
the
take
term
poutine.
disco fries?
Austin Powers is from Canada.
Michael Myers is?
Yeah, Michael Myers.
Well, they got some good celebrities.
Ru- I
I
mean,
said I don't
listen,
know. I
they-
don't
they
dislike
have
I'm not the
good
biggest
celebrities.
Rush
Canadian
fan.
people. I don't like have a random hate for the country as an entity.
It doesn't
For
seem
whatever
to be.
reason bothers me.
You can't even occupy half of that country, right?
No,
Like the
most
northern
of it
part
isn't lived
Canada
in.
is just-
They need to
No,
build a big
Saskatchewan.
greenhouse. They need to build a big
You
big
said
greenhouse.
that's so wrong.
Saskatchewan?
Yeah.
Saskatchewan.
How do you
How do you
say
say
it?
it?
How do you, let's
Listen
say
to
you,
it. I can't say. I say it like you guys, but the Canadians don't say that.
I'm not Canadian,
Get-
and I never will be.
get it?
why don't you say breakfast?
Saskatchewan.
How do you remember that
Yeah, say
word?
breakfast for us.
No.
With preface.
I'm
What
not
do you eat in the morning when you wake up, Johnny?
breakfast.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. My mic is broken.
Whatever.
It
Great
cuts
White
my
North.
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
Great White
There's
North.
no K in his breakfast.
Breakfast.
They don't deserve that
Yeah,
nickname.
breakfast.
How do you remember I can't say that word?
You say it all the time. I don't know why, but you say breakfast a lot.
I do? Wow. And that's not even one of my favorite meals. I hardly eat
I
it.
went to breakfast.
Yeah, you ever hear me say the word that you wipe your hands and mouth with? The square things?
Nackins.
What do you call it?
Nackins?
Nackins.
Nackins?
He was saying it
That's
how I
how
was
I say
assuming
it.
you're saying it.
Nack-
I figured that's how
He
you
doesn't
said
say it like that.
Oh,
he was
really?
guessing.
How'd you know I said
I could have
napkins?
because you
Because
said
well,
because you said breakfast,
because
breakfast.
I understand speech impediments.
Yeah, but maybe I say napkins.
But he drops the K in breakfast. He drops the P in napkins. Doesn't make sense.
It's just the middle of the
Maybe
word.
napkins.
Just the middle of the word.
I'm always on a rush. I got to speed the words. Got to cut off.
Yeah, well.
Got to cut
Yeah,
off
that's
milliseconds.
Fair enough, I
that
guess.
You know?
doesn't
right.
really make any sense.
No, it doesn't. A syllable here or there.
I'm dyslexic.
They're
I'll
actually
use that
both the
one.
same amount of syllables.
Disco fries. You
before or
brought up
after.
disco fries.
Disco.
Isn't disco fries named because when you left the disco, you went to the diner to get fries?
Yeah,
I don't
but,
know.
Isn't that why
but
they-
why?
But
they're-
they're a specific
but
kind
they're
of
cheese
Why
fries.
they
or
put, like,
gravy.
They're gravy
cheese
and
and
cheese.
gravy
Yeah.
on them.
Well, because you had to put
You're
you need
drunk,
substance in
I
your
guess.
belly because you were drinking.
Nah, maybe.
Throw
I
some
don't know.
stuff together. Maybe I don't know
Substance,
how that.
Sustenance.
I might be wrong, Phil,
That-
but the
How do you
night,
say
Sustenance is the thing.
the
sustenance?
night we got
Sustenance,
beat
you
up
said
and
it
we
right.
went to the diner over here, I think I had disco fries
Yo,
that night.
with the
that was
brown
my
bread.
favorite thing to eat in the diner. when I was
Disco
younger.
fries?
Disco fries.
I don't like soggy fries.
Mine were never soggy.
They better just pour the gravy on when it gets to the table.
Just tell them to bring the gravy.
Yeah, you get 'em
Pour it
all
on.
right,
sideways.
all right, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. Because I've had it soggy and it's disgusting.
Well, do you like it with gravy?
I don't mind the gravy. I don't
Then
like
you
it
gotta
when they're
expect it's
soggy.
going to be soggy.
I don't like disco fries.
Oh,
You know,
I was saying I was against poutine because it's just soggy fries, and he's saying it's disco fries.
So
Like, I
you
don't
don't-
like those either
don't like those
because I don't like soggy.
you don't like French fries
If they
and
brought it
curry.
over on the side and I was sitting right there with crispy fries and I poured gravy on, I like gravy. I'm sure it's.
Wait, you
You know what I
sure
mean?
you
Like-
never had French fries with gravy?
I've
said
had disco
he
fries in the
likes
past. I'm saying gravy I like, fries I like. I don't
doesn't
like
like
it
it
when they're
together.
soggy.
You ever have curry fries?
No, not a fan.
I don't eat any
Not a
curry.
fan.
You know that.
What?
no.
Why'd you even bring up?
No,
curry?
not the spicy curry because I know you guys. Like
Jamaican
No, we
curry.
don't.
No, like Irish curry. It's not spicy at
That's
all.
like that's more
That's
like
the
the
same
Jamaican
thing.
curry.
No, it's not.
That's more like the
spicy.
That's how
Jamaican
it
curry.
came from.
Yeah, but it's not spicy. They take the spice out. They extract it.
It's different spices. I
Okay.
think
All
I
right,
think the
all right.
Irish curry is more like the Jamaican curry.
Maybe.
Okay.
And
But it's
less
called
like
Irish
the,
curry.
It's more of a yellowish, so I don't know what spices are in it.
All right.
The
Less
Indian
turmeric.
curry is reddish.
Is it turmeric?
Maybe.
No,
is.
it's really good curry fries. They're great.
I don't
Alright.
like, I'm still not a big curry fan. Either one. I mean, I could tolerate the Jamaican.
I'm
curry.
gonna bring
I
him
can't
over the
tolerate
next time.
Indian
Why
curry.
don't you make it beef
Not in this
patties?
house.
Yes, we're gonna have one night.
No,
Yeah.
he'll
We
never
should
let you
do-
in.
We should do an episode on food. What makes us angry? We can
Invite
eat.
me up to your house one night for them. Just let me
Okay,
know.
that's fair.
Yeah.
We could do that because tacos make me angry when you have to make them.
Oh, just making them?
Like
Yeah, like
yourself
I don't
making
like
them?
any food that you have to.
Make?
No, yeah, like you got to prepare
Assemble.
it. Like food should come to you and you should have to eat it, right? So
That's
you
exactly
get the
what you do with
taco
food. What do you mean?
and you got to fill the taco.
How often do you have to make a taco for yourself that isn't you eating tacos at home?
That's it. Ortega tacos.
But you're at home. You have to make everything at home. I like
No,
it
what
when
I'm saying
pasta
is-
served
Wait,
me.
no,
But if
what
I'm
I'm
at
saying-
home,
So
I
do you
have to
not
make
like?
the
Do you not like
pasta.
burgers at home? Because
No,
you got to make the burger, put it in
No,
the
what I'm
bun.
saying
put the-
is
Like
when
everything
it's
at
served
home, you
to
have to assemble.
No.
Well,
When
we
it's
would.
served
We
to
should
you,
have started
right?
with this episode.
So
When it's
the
served to
taco,
you.
the taco meat is cooked, right? You take the taco shell out, you whatever you're gonna put in. You slice the tomatoes, you mince the lettuce. Now you have to prepare that taco to make it a taco. You know what I mean?
No,
That's how we used to.
So how
a
does,
burger.
how do you
a
do
burger.
your hamburger?
A burger, right?
Let's talk about your hamburger.
That's what I said.
It comes to me. on a bun.
No,
All I
not
have
if
to
you're
do is
making
put ketchup.
Not if you make
But
it
who does
yourself.
that?
taco.
But if you're making it at
listen,
home.
when
I
Kelly
think I see it's
Kelly
done on-
makes tacos,
Kelly
right?
assembles the hamburger.
Oh.
But she doesn't assemble the tacos.
I get it
now
now.
I get what he's saying.
Okay, all right.
It's really
Okay.
a problem with
That's
Kelly.
more-
It's really a problem with Kelly.
No, but
not
isn't
with, not with tacos.
What's
So-
that? Wait, what's
It's
that
not
dish in the
tacos' fault.
restaurant where it comes out sizzling?
Fajita.
Fajitas.
Fajitas, you have
No.
to do it fair.
Right.
Fajitas.
So
well,
they
because
bring
they'll
you
give you
food,
on the side.
But
they'll
then
give
you
you-
have to do the final preparation.
Yeah.
That makes me
Fair.
angry.
Okay,
So-
that's fair. That's
Even though
fair.
it's
At
delicious.
a restaurant,
For our other
at a
listener-
restaurant, again, at home, you have to prepare everything.
For our other
So-
listener at home, when you make tacos, please put them together for him.
I don't think so. I don't think you should do that. I think
Kelly,
you should.
please fill my taco shell.
I don't think you should do that. I think you should leave it.
My thing would be don't put his hamburger together anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Let him make his own hamburger.
Let him assemble
go the other way.
everything.
Go
Just
the
do
other way.
ingredients. Let him assemble the
Put
whole
over on
thing.
the side.
Do not put anything
Yo,
together for him.
I hope as she watches this episode and everything she cooks for you now is all
Comes out
separated. your pasta, your sauce,
Oh
everything.
my
Your
God.
cheese.
That I like to do. I like to, just so you know,
He likes to assemble
Oh,
his
okay.
I like to assemble my own pasta.
like a true
That's-
Italian.
There is exceptions
Like a
to
true
everything.
Italian.
Yeah, because I know how much sauce I want and how much cheese. You know, I want it.
Alright. That's fair, I guess.
I remember when we were younger, my grandfather would make pasta, and I love cheese and all, but he'd take the grated cheese, he'd put it over, and I'd be like, "How does he
I
know
don't
we
want that
want
much.
that much grated cheese?" You would never say anything. You stayed quiet, but in my mind, I was
But
like,
it was
"What? How
always
does he
good.
know?"
It was so good.
Oh, it was good.
I can't.
But how does he
get
know?
the flavor of the cheese they used to
Because
get? Man.
there
I
is a
don't- I don't-
balance.
what
You
kind of
need a
cheese they
certain
used to
amount.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. And it's usually a
My
lot.
grandparents' sauce was so delicious.
Usually a
It
lot.
was good. The meatballs too.
Yeah.
Meatballs were off the charts.
A lot of salt.
Wait, don't you guys have the recipe for the sauce? Do you not make it? Do you?
Yeah, you just can't match
I
it.
can't get
Really?
the flavor
Can't match
they
it.
got.
Your
I don't know
parents
if it was
either?
the
It's probably a bit of
tomatoes they used.
nostalgia in it. It might taste the same.
Well, we make
You
our,
wouldn't
we
know.
make our sauce a little differently. Theirs was very thin.
Yeah,
like that. We
ingredients
make
too
ours-
have definitely changed. Just like whatever
Yeah,
meat
the
you can
way-
buy has changed. It.
So is the sauce.
Putting
Tomatoes
so much
are,
stuff in it.
Tomatoes are grown differently
Yeah,
than
yeah.
back then. Yeah, that makes sense.
That too. That too.
I don't like my food that I have to make. This-
I want my food to
I
come
don't want any
complete.
unassembled food. Is no good for me. That's hilarious.
That's something else.
I can't wait until you ask Kelly for a sandwich one day, man. Like a nice.
Shirts
you know.
throwing cold
So
cuts.
exactly.
Oh, yeah.
If I go to the
head of
deli,
lettuce,
right? If
cold
you go to
cuts.
the deli,
I want a
and you ask for,
Godfather. I want a Godfather hero.
I want
Kelly
the
does
Italian hero,
7 platters
and they-
of meats, cheeses. Right?
what would you do?
The thing, the vinegar, the lettuce.
Would you be
everything all
happy to
over the
make?
place.
Would you be happy to make it? Or you'd be like, I ordered a hero. I didn't order the components of the hero.
I don't.
I
mind-
ordered a hero.
I really don't mind assembling my food.
I mean-
I'm gonna be
Oh
honest
wait,
with you.
like in Canada they call it a sub.
So,
a hoagie, a hoagie
hoagie.
west of. Like,
They call them grinders
Mississippi.
somewhere.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
grinders.
they-
Somewhere, I don't know
They
where.
do call them grinders. I don't know why.
I don't know where that is, but I know I've heard it before.
I have heard it as well.
I think down south is also subs again. I think.
Something makes sense.
I
And
think
pop.
pop, yeah, for
I don't know
soda.
if that's south or north, but they say
That's
pop.
south and Midwest.
Pop for soda.
Pop.
Right?
Yeah, there's also like all of like the Midwest, like
Yeah.
I don't know, Minnesota, all those.
They,
Apparently,
they also all everybody says sneakers differently too, right?
Tennis shoes.
Tennis
runners.
shoes,
Somewhere
runners.
calls them
In the
runners.
south they call them tennis shoes.
Yeah, yeah.
Tennis
Actually, my
shoes.
girlfriend calls them tennis shoes.
Really?
Still to this day, I was always
Uh-huh.
they used to not confuse me, but I was always like,
I
why do you
think
call
in
them
England they,
that?
they
Like, I don't
call
play
them
tennis.
joggers or something, right? Joggers.
That's
or
for
trainers.
I think those are
That's
pants.
pants.
Those are sweats. Sweats in England are joggers.
Maybe they call them
Really?
trainers.
No.
I think
And-
sneakers
Oh,
are
trainers. Yeah, trainers.
Trainers,
Is one.
trainers. No.
Trainers is the shoes.
Other
Is it-
like
is it-
sweatpants and stuff they call tracksuits.
Yes, tracksuits.
Track
All of
suits.
them tracksuits.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought they called all sweatpants.
We used to
Yeah.
call them
Joggers.
tracksuits too,
Track
didn't we?
pants. No, we call ours joggers here
We
now.
used to call them sweatsuits.
Sweatsuits.
Well, joggers is a term here
And
for a
That's what I'm
specific
saying.
kind
right,
of
the one with
sweatpant.
the tighter
that's
bottom.
tight at the bottom. Yeah,
Right.
but I don't know.
Trendy guys.
Anyway, thanks for listening to
What?
the We Talk About Everything show.
We're not done yet.
I know because we talk about everything.
So what we
can't-
what
we
we get
can't
off
name
track
our
of? What we
episodes.
talking about?
Where did we
Oh,
start?
cancel culture.
Cancel.
Yeah.
This was
culture.
cancel culture.
It was cancel culture. Now
You
we're
guys are
talking-
trying
Yeah,
to
we ran out
cancel
of
me.
steam at 13 minutes.
talking
I wanna
about
cancel my
assembling
tacos.
food and
Yeah.
different names.
I mean,
for
in a way,
Send
it
it
goes
back.
It
Send
goes
my
back.
tacos back.
He wants to cancel tacos unless they're made for him. You know, it has a
No, but you
it's a
don't think
theme.
you don't remember ever going to like a taco party and it wasn't put together, and you had to put it together. Which I
had a
guess
taco
I've
people
never
think-
been.
Who had a
I've never
taco
been to a
party?
taco
Diddy. It was the
party.
Diddy
Not
party.
a
It was the
party.
food.
I don't know.
It was a
Holiday
food
party.
spread at the Diddy party.
No, I never went. I never
Actually,
went to a Diddy
I have
party.
been. I have been to a taco party. Thinking about.
Been to a taco?
Well,
Are you guys serious?
I didn't
No,
know there was
in
such a
Canada?
thing as a taco.
It's called that?
So I don't know if it's called the top, but I went to a party for May the 4th, whatever the 4th, and
May the
they
5th?
That would be
May
May
the
the
5th.
5th.
of Mayo?
Yeah, I don't know. And
No, it's May 4th.
yeah, thank you.
No, it's May 5th.
He's saying Star Wars.
Yeah,
May the
Star
4th
Wars.
be with you is like
Yeah.
a,
Oh, that
like an
thing,
old
yeah.
Is that
joke.
when you went?
I like Star
That's what he was saying. Star
You
Wars.
went on the 4th?
Well, it might have been the 4th.
He said
Cinco
Star.
de
I don't
Mayo.
know. He said Star
Either way.
Wars.
But either way,
Maybe he thought it was.
Maybe
He was
I-
thinking two different things.
Fair enough.
They're a day apart.
That is true.
So he might have did it on the 5th, 4th, but it was for the 5th, whatever. But I think we had tacos.
Might be a Cinco de Mayo.
You
might
someone
be
made it
Cinco
for
de
you?
Mayo.
Might have been Cinco de
How
Mayo.
No, we
many,
had to
how
make
many
our own.
episodes of
There you go.
Star Wars was there?
Technically now,
I would
9.
cancel. That's something I would
Not a
cancel.
bit of
I've
food.
never
I would
seen
Not
cancel
a bit
that
of food in
culture.
that whole series.
I've never seen one episode.
No one ever sat down. To
And
eat?
truthfully,
I don't think
overall,
so.
I don't
Yeah.
like hard taco shells. That's
What?
another-
I don't like hard taco shells.
What?
Everything falls
Get
out.
rid of them. They're terrible.
Everything
Okay,
falls out.
They're
can I
useless.
give you a suggestion?
Useless.
Wrap
Can I
it
give you a
in
suggestion?
Wrap it in
Yes.
a soft taco.
Burrito.
Agreed with that.
With
Gordita.
cheese in the middle.
Give it a
Yeah.
gordita.
A gordita.
So-
That's cool.
Wait,
Take the
Why
soft
wouldn't I
taco.
just get a soft
Wait,
taco then?
no, have the
'Cause
soft.
the crunch
put
is
the
nice.
cheese
Crunch is
in there,
nice. The crunch is
microwave
nice.
It's
it.
like having good lettuce.
Microwave for a second
don't
so
go
the
with
cheese
that
gets
snap.
all
You can
melty.
forget it.
gotta
now
make
I
it.
have to
That's
continue.
another
make it.
layer.
You gotta
It's
make
no
it.
good.
Oh yeah, he's
That's
not gonna
another
do it.
layer. He's not
He's
doing
got
it.
put cheese, microwave it. Yeah.
Forget it.
Kelly, take the soft, put the cheese on it, microwave it, put the hard, then make his taco, serve it to him.
I don't have
Because
no
the crunch
interest.
is nice as
I have
like a
no
food
interest
in a
hot
hot
sensation.
I like that.
I'll
That
eat
works.
chips. I'll get a burrito with chips on the side.
All right. Whatever. I'm not. Hey, live your life.
Doritos, I guess, right?
What about like when you have Doritos? I mean, taco, whatever they are, and salsa. Is that considered
Yeah,
assembly?
making your
Dipping
own
is
food?
okay. Dipping is
Dipping's
okay. It
okay.
doesn't count as assembly.
You know who was an anti-assembly
I
guy? I
have
always
to-
remember
I'm-
Uncle Bobby
I can-
when he would just eat the hot dog and then squirt the ketchup directly
squirt
into
the
his
ketchup?
mouth.
No.
That was sort of a non-assembly hot dog.
Yeah.
Did
if you
he
think about
really?
it. I don't know if he did it as a joke. He would do it.
That's creepy. That's disgusting.
It was insane. I remember as a kid, I was like, "That's gross."
That's so
This is
gross.
part of his thing.
It's a bad thing.
It's one of his,
I wasn't a huge fan, but
one of
They
his
used to
quirky
take the
things that
ketchup
he
packet.
did.
You know,
Yeah.
like it would take the packet. Oh, like that?
What's wrong with that? It's just ketchup.
Listen,
I don't know. It's like one of those
ketchup
things
is
you just
good.
can't eat. I like mayo.
Yeah.
I like mayo on stuff. I would never eat a spoonful
Exactly.
of mayo.
Ketchup is one
I
of the
can do that.
grossest
I can
things
do that.
without
I know you
something
guys could.
on
It's
it.
gross.
No, ketchup without anything on it's disgusting.
No, it's delicious.
No,
I wouldn't
it's
just want to have a
not.
spoonful
sweet.
of ketchup.
No
It's
way.
Like,
gross.
if you, so let's say you put mayo on something, right?
Right.
I will
Lick
not
the
lick the
spoon. You won't
spoon.
lick the
Nope.
spoon?
Absolutely not.
0% chance.
No
How about
way.
mustard?
What's the difference?
No way.
Maybe mustard might be the closest
I
because
wouldn't
mustard can
just-
stand on its own.
Then you don't like mayo. You like mayo combined with something.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Yes.
It's a condiment. That's what it's made
Yeah,
for.
exactly.
It's not a meal.
No,
You know what I mean? You're not gonna have a. You
The
wouldn't
spoon
have a.
starts
well-
out cleaner in the sink.
But wait,
Well,
the-
Mike, this is
like-
coming from the guy who doesn't want to assemble. So there's.
I guess fair
I
enough.
wanna-
I guess it is
I
easier
used
to
to
just
Jimmy
spoon it
Chongas, and I
directly.
realized, what am I doing? I'm putting my own food together, and then people will be finished, and I still have one
One thing to put
tortilla
together?
left.
Right.
And I'm falling behind because I can't keep up. I can't keep up with the burrito bowl eating what do you call it?
You
Gordita?
The gordita. No, the chimichanga, like the thing that comes hot.
fajitas.
Oh, fajita.
you just
Fajita.
jumped to 5 different meals in 2 seconds.
It's all the same basic
It is
ingredients.
all it
Mexican
is.
food is like
It's just-
mostly,
Well,
it's
it's
just
true.
shuffled around.
You know, it's funny when we first started going to Taco Bell when it started to become popular. We didn't really care what we were getting. It was how many things you're going to get because it was all the same.
It's all the same stuff.
Everything
All
was
the
the
same
same.
It's just in a
How
different
many things?
format.
I'm going to get 4 things. I'm going to get 5 things because it
Yeah.
didn't matter
Yeah.
what you got.
Some form of beef, cheese, and lettuce and tomato.
That was the scariest fast food menu, like at a drive-through.
Taco Bell.
was Taco
It used to
Bell.
be
It used
very
to be
dense.
bad. It was-
It's
it
they've
was a
thinned
lot
it
of
out
stuff.
now.
It was
Yeah.
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it was just intimidating.
Because that's something we could. I think we talked about it once. My drive-through anxiety. Like I have to have the order ready.
I think we did
Oh,
talk
yeah, yeah.
about
Oh,
that.
yeah,
I
I
think we
get
did talk
nervous.
about that.
Yeah, I don't like.
With a lot of
I
people
don't
in
like
the
getting
car,
up there
I-
and not know. Right.
I
people
just
yelling
started.
things to you.
I won't do. I refuse to do it. Like if I had, I guess if I had like maybe my little cousins or something, I do it. But if it's like people my age, like if I'm in a car and I'm driving like my roommate and 2 of my other friends, I'm gonna park the car and get out.
Got
Like
out.
I'm not.
Use the app.
No, I
I'm
just
not
pulled the
going
car
through
up.
the. No, even that.
Use the app.
No, it's much easier to just pull over and go inside.
Okay.
It just is.
The drive-through thing makes.
You could
me
just make
anxious
everyone
now.
order too. Like you
but I hate that.
order,
Then they gotta lean over the
passenger
thing
orders. No,
and
no,
yell.
you passenger orders and you pulled the car up.
Remember, you were with me
I don't
tonight.
like
We
it.
went to
I don't like
Taco
it.
Bell and the 2 kids, they were walking. They were
in
pretending they
stick
were
shift.
driving. They went full through the drive-through that way.
I did
Yeah.
that. That we when we were young.
Might have been you.
No, I'm done because I have a car now. But before I had a car, we sang out
Was
Long
yours.
Island at my friend Andrew's house. It was the only Taco Bell that we knew.
Yep.
So we used to go there late at night. Same thing. It was before they put the sensors in. So I mean, some probably still, and we would do the same thing and go up, order, pretend to drive up and get, and they'd be looking at you like,
These guys were like between cars. They didn't care. They
Yeah.
were just going along.
you gotta get because the inside closes earlier than
I couldn't do that.
You know?
That would give me a heart
No,
attack.
I used to do
man.
that a lot when I was younger. It was fun.
That was good.
Anyway, I don't know. You want to keep going?
No,
you
I'm
guys
good.
Just want to keep
I'm-
talking about
I
No,
mean-
no, no. I'm leaving.
the title of the
That-
show is going to be ridiculous.
I'm leaving.
No,
I've
the
been
ti-
here for 5 hours
The title of the show is called Cancel Culture
and other stuff.
and Food.
And other things.
That works.
And unassembled food.
Maybe you could make 2 shows out of it or some shorts.
No, because that'd be like
You
no,
guys don't do
that's
shorts.
a lot of
Well,
editing.
we're not editing
No,
anymore.
we're gonna get
We're
back.
not editing
We're
anymore.
gonna get back to shorts when me and him sit together
summer.
and send them, and then we can break them
We'll stop
quickly.
breaking 'em
We're
up.
gonna find a quicker way to do it. We have to hone this part down
Yeah.
again, and we're making it's getting easier. I'll tell you that.
Streamlining it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
thanks for listening to us ramble on about random things for might be almost 40 minutes.
How long
And
is
as
episode?
always,
Stay angry, annoyed, and amused.